Have you ever had that feeling of being stuck in your art? It seems like no matter how much you draw and study, the results just don't come the way you'd like. Then comes that frustrating thought, what am I doing wrong? If you're feeling this way, relax. It's far more common than you think. The truth is, every artist's journey has its ups and downs, and often what's holding you back isn't a lack of talent or practice, but rather small habits or attitudes that go unnoticed. Today, we're going to talk about 10 very common mistakes that could be slowing down your progress in art. Most importantly, the idea here isn't to discourage you or make you feel guilty. Far from it. I want to help you identify these mistakes and, of course, show you how to correct your course so that you can evolve faster and more efficiently. Sound good? Let's get started. Comparing your progress to others. I know we live in an era where everything is exposed on social media. You open Instagram or TikTok, and it seems like everyone is drawing way better than you, and worse, they seem to do it so effortlessly, right? But let me tell you something. Comparing your journey to others is like running a marathon while looking sideways the entire time. It's going to make you trip. The truth is, every artist has their own pace, challenges, and achievements. That person you admire on social media, they also had their moments of difficulty and insecurity. And there's more. What you see is just a fraction of reality. No one posts their mistakes, frustrating sketches, or failed attempts. So focus on your own journey. The only comparison you should make is with your yesterday self. Are you improving? Are you learning something new? That's what matters. Not practicing enough. You've probably heard that phrase, practice makes perfect, right? And there's no avoiding it. If you're dedicating little time to drawing, your progress will naturally be slower. Sometimes, we think that just watching tutorials or reading about techniques is enough. But my friend, in art, real learning comes from doing. That doesn't mean you need to draw 8 hours a day every day, although if you can, great. What matters most is consistency. Drawing a little every day is much more effective than doing a drawing marathon on the weekend and spending the other 6 days without picking up a pencil. So, find a routine that works for you and stick to it. Even 30 minutes a day will make a huge difference over time. Not studying the fundamentals. This one's classic. Many people want to jump straight to super elaborate, detailed drawings without understanding the basic principles of art. Then, when something goes wrong, they wonder why. Well, it's like trying to build a house starting with the roof. It's not going to work, right? Fundamentals like perspective, anatomy, composition, light, and shadow are the foundation of everything. If you feel like your drawings are stuck, it could be because you're lacking a solid base in these principles. The good news is, once you master these fundamentals, progress is much faster and smoother. So, if you haven't dedicated time specifically to studying these, start now. It will boost your drawings in ways you can't even imagine. Fear of making mistakes. This is a very common and also one of the most paralyzing mistakes. The fear of making mistakes prevents you from trying new things, taking risks, and consequently learning. But look, making mistakes is part of the process. No artist evolves without making mistakes. In fact, it's through them that you learn what works and what doesn't. Instead of avoiding mistakes, embrace them. Draw things you've never tried before, even if the initial result is disastrous. Only then will you discover new possibilities and better understand what needs adjustment. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Remember that the next time you feel afraid to put pencil to paper. Lack of patience. Art is a process, and like every process, it takes time. Many artists give up because they expect quick results. But the truth is, progress in art is a marathon, not a 100-meter dash. If you're always in a hurry to see results, you may end up frustrated and even give up before reaching your full potential. Be patient with yourself. Sometimes progress is slow, but that doesn't mean you're not evolving. Every stroke, every study, every attempt is bringing you closer to your goal. Learn to enjoy the process and not focus so much on the final destination. Ignoring feedback. Many artists, especially beginners, find it hard to accept feedback. This could be due to insecurity, pride, or even fear of criticism. But look, feedback is one of the most valuable resources for your growth. Others can spot mistakes or areas for improvement that you're not noticing simply because you're too involved in your own art. So, if you receive feedback, especially from someone more experienced, don't see it as destructive criticism. See it as an opportunity to improve. And of course, be open to dialogue because that's also part of the growth process. Not stepping out of your comfort zone. If you're always drawing the same kind of thing, the same poses, themes, and techniques, your progress will stagnate. It's natural for us to have a comfort zone, a style or theme that makes us feel secure. But to grow as an artist, you need to constantly challenge yourself. This means trying new things, a different art style, a technique you've never used, drawing something you find difficult. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you take a leap in your learning. So, seek out those challenging opportunities. They're essential for your development. Not reviewing your own work. Many artists finish a drawing, post it on social media, and that's it. But a crucial step in the learning process is reviewing your own work. Take a calm look and identify what turned out well and what could be improved. Sometimes, this review is only possible after a while. Let your drawing rest for a few days, and then come back to it with a more critical eye. You'll notice things you hadn't seen before and learn a lot from this self-analysis. Reviewing and redoing are part of continuous improvement. Procrastination. Good old procrastination. Who hasn't, right? Putting off drawing because you're not in the mood today or because you want to watch a video on YouTube. It happens. But the problem is when this becomes a habit. The more you procrastinate, the more you delay your progress. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of artistic growth. And often, it happens out of fear of failure or lack of motivation. One tip is to set small, realistic goals for each drawing session. This will help you stay focused and consistent without sabotaging yourself. Not having fun. Last but not least, art is supposed to be fun. If you're treating it like an obligation, like a rigid goal full of demands, you're going to end up demotivated. Of course, practice and dedication are essential, but if you're not enjoying the process, something is wrong. Art is a form of expression, a way to put your emotions, ideas, and creativity out into the world. So don't lose sight of that. Allow yourself to experiment, play, make mistakes, without so much pressure. The more fun you have, the more naturally progress will happen. Because in the end, it's this passion that drives you and makes you want to improve every day. So, have you identified with any of these mistakes? Don't worry, we all go through this at some point. The important thing is to be aware of these obstacles and know that they can be overcome. The artistic journey is long but full of incredible rewards. So keep your focus, patience, and above all, your love for what you do. With these adjustments, you'll see your progress take off. If you enjoyed this video and want to take your drawing skills to the next level, I have a special recommendation for you. In the links in the description, you will find amazing courses that have been carefully selected to help you improve your techniques and expand your creativity. Additionally, by purchasing any of these courses, you will be directly supporting the channel, allowing me to continue creating quality content for you. Don't miss this opportunity to invest in yourself and your artistic talent. Click the links now and start transforming your drawings. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video.